What I know is that the first part of my life, the first 15, 20 years, were about really getting centered in my art, seeing what it is it that I do well, what is it that I do well. I loved music, but I didn't know whether I was going to make money from it or whether I could live from it. But I eventually learned that what was more important than making money from it was really learning to do it quite well. So I think artists sometimes, especially these days, instead of learning how to do something really well, they want to make money and they take shortcuts. I think we need to find out what is our voice through our art. What is it that we're here to say? What is it that we're here to serve? What is it that we're here to articulate? That is our unique voice. And it takes a moment to find what your unique voice is when there's Beyonce and there's, artists, famous artists. It's like many times we want to be what someone else is or want to have what someone else has. But the idea is to be who we are, and who is that person. So I'm so glad that I found who that person was. And my inquiry is always, what else of me is there to express from? And that way I stay vibrant, my work stays alive, the music keeps coming, people keep crying when they hear me sing, so that means I'm in touch with what it is that is touching me. And that is my...
And you actually found your success and your calling rather late?
Well, it depends on what you call late. Yeah. Because I think if you find an alignment at 37, is that late? No. If you live to be 137, you're just a baby, so it just really depends on how you see time. Yeah. But one thing I know is that I sang along the way. I have this song called 15 Years, and it's so beautiful song. It says, I spent a good part of 15 years on a search to find the gold, but I sang to who would listen. I sang for my son and daughter. I sang at weddings. I sang at everything. And it didn't seem like a good life. It took another 15 years for me to realize that living is why we get a life. Living is what a life is for. A life is not to get famous. A life is to be lived and to have dreams and to sometimes watch them not come true and then find what was it that you really needed to know. It's like that's what life is for. It's for living. And so it says in the next 15 years, I want to be delighted in the real things like hearty conversations, peaceful coexistence, sharing with my loved ones and sharing with the earth. And I marvel and wonder that somehow, some way I stumbled upon this life worth living, but I sang along the way. And so in the next 15 years, I just want to keep singing. Just keep singing and discovering where my music takes me. Yeah, and my music is taking me wide. But it's still music, It's like I'm building schools. It's all about music and arts. I'm with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. It's all about music,
Oh, and that is so beautiful, but it's also this maturity of actually looking into yourself about what is the life is about.
Yes.
It's not about the success, it's about being true to who you are as an artist.
Well, it's about redefining what success is.
Yeah.
Because to me, that is success.
Yes, super.
You see, yes. It's redefining what success is. Because success so many times means you won, England's Got Talent, or, you won this corporate talent show, or you were on Dancing with the Stars. That's not success to me. That's not even the top. To me, that is the bottom. That is the bottom. That's not to talk down about it. It's just to say that's down here. What you become after that is what success is.
Yeah.
What of yourself gets to be shared from that, Yeah.
What about, how do you find how does the music come to you? And do you feel like the process of being an artist can be a lonely process, or is it like, what is the process?
Sometimes it's very lonely being an artist because we are with ourselves when we close our eyes. Even when we're with our friends, when we're in community, when we close our eyes, we're by ourselves. So, and sometimes when we're searching and looking for that next thing that's being revealed, that next lesson that's being learned, it can be a very lonely walk. And that's what art is for, because we begin to say what that feels like. We begin to articulate what that journey is about. And then before you know it, the way out of it is determined by your song. I have a song that says, when there was no time, And before there was a number, the Spirit did prevail in a song of ecstasy. And before I had a dream or these lessons to remember, the Spirit gently held the song inside of me. So the song is in here. Regardless of what I'm going through, the song is here, the art is here, and it's just looking to be revealed. It depends on what needs to be known, and that's what art does. Art reveals the next message of what it is humanity is to know.
Yeah.
We have a special place.
Yeah. I really believe that what artists is about telling the stories about what it is to be a human being.
Yes.
And this is what artists has a very great sensibility towards.
Absolutely right.
So
yes.
So and that search for what is it that we have to do with humanity? What's the road into the future? Actually,
that's our purpose.
Yeah.
It's just like the jesters in the old days. The jester kept everybody awake. The jester wasn't just making people laugh. The jester was like, the king is wicked, the queen is stupid, But they would do it in different language or whatever, Yeah. So it's like the artist says needs to shift. This needs to change. Stand. In the end, you'll still be you. That's sliced stone.
Yeah.
It's like they bring the next wave. Yeah.
And it's actually also about what Michael talked about, the inspiration.
Yes.
That you were his inspiration as a spiritual leader also.
Yeah, he was my inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, he inspired me very much. My daughter inspires me too. Her name is Georgia Ann Muldrow. Georgia has a song. She's been to Copenhagen. She's been to Estonia. She goes all over. And she has a song that says, if we could be close in each other's hearts and minds, it would take no time to call the day divine. She says, we are here to grow, here to love the world, here to share the majesty for so rare to see. And she says, see, I am one with you, you are one with me. And it's in the water and the air that we breathe. She said, can't you see that there's a need for love? And she says these days are our last. This is what she says. These are the last days. I don't know if these are the last days. For me, it's the first day. I just started to live.
I just love the joy that you bring into the world, Rickie. I am so grateful that you would do this little thing
Oh,
for
thank
me.
you. It's been an honor.
Because I know you're an inspiration to a lot of people.
Oh, thank you.
That.
Thank you.
Thank you very
and thank
much.
you.